is your girl Sunshine B. Who do I have in the building?
Hello,
Patricia. Okay.
we gotta get you
What's your nickname? We gotta get you a radio name real quick.
Okay,
Patty Mayonnaise.
No.
well, you just hit the notes though when you said that one. I don't know.
P-Dog.
P-Dog?
No.
That's a little too
It could be
funny.
random, like
Pancake.
Mocha.
Sunshine Flower Barn.
No.
Goodness gracious.
There's the
I mean, mine is Sunshine B.
Oh. Okay, Niecy. Oh, Brianna.
Why you get a real name?
What's my name? Like Peaches or something?
No, that's crackhead, man. Peaches.
Peaches. Okay, we're gonna continue working
Oh, that's
on
okay.
Patricia.
You guys on Ustream will have some.
If you have any ideas,
We need a name for Patricia. So if y'all on Ustream want to hit us up, if you're listening, call 912-478-5525 and we'll answer the call. We're trying to get Patricia a radio name. She needs a DJ name.
turn up.
Turn up. All right. Well, I'm gonna ask y'all a few questions about some college life. Could have been crisis. The first question, basically, is what is the hardest thing you had to deal with your time in school?
Hardest thing I had to do.
Make myself famous.
Okay.
I can agree with that. Especially like when you get into a class and you know, like you have full high expectations and you're like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do, and then you finally get in there and then you're like, really, is this it? Like, okay, I have to go to the restroom now. Like, you know?
Cause you can just walk out. Like,
I mean,
your
well,
grades.
it'd be a little rude to walk out.
I mean, it would be, but like in high school, you gotta be like, hey, can I go? Can I please use the restroom? Nah, here it's just like, okay, well, I gotta go. Bye.
Not in my class.
Right.
I mean, you paid for it. You could just walk out.
I mean, you ain't gonna if you went out the back.
like, no, interrupt
Yeah,
us.
like I had people who just walked in front of a teacher and they got cussed
yeah,
out.
no, don't do
They was
that.
like, if you gotta use the bathroom, you're grown. Like one of my chemistry teachers just said, hold the finger up, and that's how she knew that we were going to the bathroom. But it was like I had one teacher just like hold it, and then of course we had some arguments in class, and then he quickly changed his thought process because we didn't like him, so we had to go to the dean of the college to regulate a few things, but he understood that we weren't playing. So yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry, quick shout out to everybody saying that your name should be Patty Cake.
No, I don't think so.
Everybody said Patty Mayo.
Patty Mayo?
Yeah.
I'm just agreeing with you.
That's a good thing. But,
I think it sounds really disgusting.
Not
Patty
really.
Mayo?
Mayo?
Yeah, no.
Ew,
But
I
Patty
don't like
Mayonnaise.
I don't even like mayonnaise.
from Dove.
No.
You know who, but no.
Are you for real? Is that where you got the name from?
Yeah.
That sounds to me like that.
I'd rather call her Peppermint Patty. We're gonna go to part two.
What?
No.
Put it a stick away from the
No,
name.
Patty Mayonnaise is
I like Patty Cake.
Because Patty Mayonnaise was the
Okay,
hot.
you
the
like
hot-
Patty Cake.
No.
With those names, I'll just keep it as Patricia.
We can't do patty cake. I like patty cake. I mean, James was big body boy.
Good.
He named himself that.
He named himself that.
Triple B.
So, yeah, that was his.
But yeah, we'll come back to your name in a little bit. Patty Cake.
We gonna find you.
So what's the question again?
What is the hardest thing you had to deal with while you were in school?
I think the hardest thing I had to deal with while I was in school is actually two things. One is when I didn't have transportation,
Oh,
wanted to go home and like visit with folks and see folks and things of that nature. Not having that opportunity to do that. And I would say, not so much now, but definitely when I realized that I would still have to be doing this thesis for school, and it got a little bit frustrating and upsetting that my professors and stuff weren't communicating with me like I thought they should have, and end up getting extended. I also got to the point once that I was like, man, I don't even feel like doing this, but because it's the only thing I got left before I can get a master's degree, I was like, I came this far, might as well just keep going. So those are the two hardest things that I had to deal with. Transportation and doggone thesis.
Mine was also transportation, but I was able to have lovely friends that wouldn't mind me just riding along. But another one was wanting to change my major, but not wanting to disappoint people. Um, when I got to my junior year, I knew what my family had planned for me. Because one day I said I wanted to be a pediatrician, and they took it and ran with it. Um, wasn't where I want to go. Like, I got to like the upper level chemistry, and I was like, ooh, like I'm not interested in this. Like, I'm interested in, learning about chemicals, blowing stuff up, the experiments. But all this other stuff, it wasn't touching me no more. I was like, okay, I don't want to go this way anymore. But I had already came so far. I literally only had, by the end of my junior year, I was like, I only got like 5 classes left. So in the biology classes that you had to take to be pre-med, and to find out, when I was like, I'm still in it, because I done came this far to find out that the medical board for Georgia Southern won't even look at you until you have a certain GPA, and nobody in my first 3 years of college told me that. I might have would have worked a little hard to have a higher GPA, but I wasn't told that until it was time for me to meet them, and it was like, your GPA is not high enough, and I'm like, so I'm not going to be able to get my GPA up before I graduate to even talk to y'all. But it was great, because I finally was able to, I graduated, sent everybody a picture, told my mom, this is her diploma, my master's is mine. So I went back into the field that I wanted to be at to begin with, and I excelled in all my classes because that was something I wanted to do. So the hardest decision was, even though I wanted to give up, was to keep striving and then to stand up and do what I wanted to do.
J. Rock from Twitter says the hardest thing she had to do was get off the bus in front of people while they were in front of the door.
I mean, that's hard. Because people
is.
don't move. Why are you standing in front of the door if I'm trying to get off?
You need to just turn that Ludacris song on when you get off.
Move. Get out the way.
That's like my theme song, getting off the bus second with the heels on. Move! Get out the way.
Okay, the next question is, be honest. Be honest. Anytime in your college life, did you spend all of your refund within a month, or did you actually save some?
I never really saved much. It always went like rent or other random stuff that I waited. That was one of those things mom couldn't regulate.
Yeah.
That's your goes back to that, it's your money. And yeah, no, I never really saved much.
Right. Yeah. I never really did, got the check. It was like, whoop, whoop. Month, yeah. The
Mine wasn't
check
really
didn't
that
see the month. It was like more like 2 weeks maybe.
Of that?
Mine was just never, it was enough for like maybe a couple months rent.
Mm-hmm.
So that wasn't that much.
Now when I first got to school, I didn't have that much money on my refund check. So when I first got to school, I had money saved up from when I was working beforehand. So when I got here, I was like, I don't want a job, I just want to go to school. And I realized, because I didn't know anything about the refund check, when you learn that there's such thing as a refund check, you just like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to be racist. That's the first time I've seen the most black people had ever seen. That's when they realized that they got refund checks. Didn't see them as much until refund checks came out. But I didn't get, like I said, originally when I first got to school, first couple years, I didn't get that much money back from refund. So it was like, oh, I guess I just put it in, and if I need something here and there. But when I actually started working on campus, and the stipend would pay for this, and then this, that, third, so when I would get the refund check, it would be a little bit more. And I would start getting those numbers that other people started getting. I was like, and then I would spend it on stuff that I needed, like I hadn't had clothes in a couple years. So let's get some new clothes, let's get some new shoes, and we go out of town, or we go spend money on food, because now we can go out to the places on the north side. Now we had to use our meal plans before then. And then, so that would really blow any money. I think, because I was so responsible, one of these days my mind's gonna slip and it'll be ratchet. It'll be like, get a lot of money, I'm just like, 20,000 on rent.
Right.
And be mad.
Oh no.
Well, it's not that.
I spent a lot of my refund money on other people.
Maybe on the trip.
Especially my freshman year, I got a refund and my roommates didn't. Well, one of my roommates did, but she had to pay it on her car note for her parents to allow her to keep her car. So I spend a lot of it whenever cause I'm the type of person, I wanna go out, and when people say I ain't got no money, I'm more than likely gonna tell you I'm paid for it, cause I wanna go out, so, and I need you to go out with me, so, that means I guess I'm paying for it. And so I did a lot of that my freshman year, and I mean, I still do it now, like, when I just got my recent refund check, I actually paid off all the bills that I was supposed to pay off, so I was proud of myself. But then I went baby shopping, all my friends had babies, my niece, my nephew, I ended up buying, I actually went back to look at my Wells Fargo when I got it, I was like, I spent too much money on these children. But the fact that I did take the responsible role and actually pay my bills off, so like now the money I get is the current bills, it's not any of my past debt. So my thing was, before I finished my master's, was to make sure I didn't have any medical debt, any credit card debt. The only bills that I would have are, of course, loans and my car note and stuff, and I actually did it, so I was kind of proud of myself compared to my undergrad year. Buying bottles, go to the store and just lay down and stack.
My freshman year, that refund came, I felt like Jim Jones, bowling, you know what I'm saying? Other stack.
Yeah.
Ah,
I feel like
crazy.
Stevie J,
Yeah.
throw the money at you.
Don't make me do it.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick one-song break, and when we get back, I got a few more questions for the Love Below co-host. This is the Love Below.